What did you do in high school to piss off your teachers that wasn't against the rules? When I was in 11th grade, I had a pre-calc teacher who was a little bit of a jerk. He made students come up to the whiteboard and solve equations. If the student got it wrong or couldn't solve it, he scolded them in front of the whole class. So obviously I sat in the back of the class every time and made as little noise as possible to stay out of this guy's radar. But unfortunately, on this fateful day, I was chosen to become his next victim. I walked up to the whiteboard, got handed a red marker, and was told to solve an equation he wrote on the board. I looked at the problem really hard, hoping my inner Asian power would conveniently awaken to save me from the situation. Unfortunately, it seemed like my American education system uprooted such powers for me. I turned around and told him that I didn't know how to solve it. Then he scoffed, as if to look down on me, and told me that we covered this area last week and that if I had paid more attention, I would have been able to solve it. To be fair, we did cover it a week before. However, given that I was only a teenager, I got pretty upset by the way he embarrassed me in front of the class, so I decided to play a little prank on him. I put the cap back on the marker, and as he turned around for me, I pretended to draw a line on his back. But then as he faced me again, I took the cap off swiftly so it looked like I just drew a red line on his white shirt. I said oops while trying to maintain a straight face so he wouldn't notice that it was only a prank. Then he yelled something like, "Kay, what the hell did you just do?" Honestly, I don't remember exactly what he said because I was focusing on not laughing, but I remember how he seemed more pissed off than I anticipated, and this made it even better. I sat down and tried to keep a straight face throughout the yelling. At this point the whole class was dead silent, confused. The teacher, veins now popping, continued yelling. "What did you do?" At this point, I'm trying my absolute best to take him seriously. But then he started spinning around, trying to see the mark like a dog chasing its own tail. That's when the class caught on to what I did, and soon the ridiculousness and hilarity of the situation dawned on the class. Everyone was holding back their laughter, for laughing now could spell doom. I bit down on my lip hard to prevent my mouth from forming a crooked grin. Whenever I felt like I could not prevent my grin from forming, I turned my head sideways so the teacher could not see me. But as I turned my head to the left, I saw the kid next to me pinching his thighs as if he was tearing a piece of flesh off. No good. That made me want to laugh more. I turned my head to the right, and the kid to my right was shaking so violently that I thought he would have shaken his shoulders right off. That almost got me, but I kept it together somehow. Seeing how everyone was trying their hardest not to succumb to the try not to laugh gauntlet was intensifying the hilarity. So I closed my eyes, took deep breaths, and tried to enter his end state. Then I heard the kid in front of me coughing violently, each cough obviously hiding an escaped chuckle. Oh my god, I thought to myself, will somebody please laugh first so I can escape from the purgatory of not laughing? Then someone farted. That's when I cracked. I could no longer withhold my urge to break out laughing and began wheezing for air like a domino effect. The rest of the class followed my lead. The teacher did not like this. Just as I was about to come clean, he quite literally grabbed my collar and dragged me to the principal's office. There he started explaining to the principal how I messed up his perfect white shirt and that I should get suspended for this. But no matter how loudly he tried to explain, the principal kept looking confused because there was no mark. Despite the principal's confusion, the teacher kept insisting that I had drawn a red mark on his back. She even went as far as to say that there was something wrong with the light inside the office and that's why she couldn't see it. I was sitting in the guest chair of the office watching this whole thing without being able to contain my laughter. What made it even funnier was how students from my class and even other classes were there. They crowded the entrance to the principal's office to watch this deranged man yell about an invisible mark on his back. Good times.